Part of it was obviously for the hospital side of it. Part of it is an ammunition storage facility as well. One wonders why they did it really, because obviously underground is not very well, not the best place to recover really. As you saw when we went in there, it's a fairly damp place, damp even when it was built, although it was heated. I suppose underground in all that rock is a safe place, I suppose. It wouldn't have been bombed if it was under attack. But you do wonder why it would have been built underground. Not the best environment to recover after an operation or a wound or something. I think it is creepy because it's just as it was left. I think it's not really been organised into any sort of museum. It's as you see it, as it would have been left. It's a damp place, dark, and you get the idea of just looking at the few bits that are in it that it would have been a terrible place to be. Really, the dampness, the smell as well. It's and when you wander around the echo of it all, it's just not a very nice place, really. Some people do think that with the way it was laid out, looks like it could have been gas chambers. As I say, nobody really knows that for fact, and even the guys down there that own it don't really know about that. But it's just the way that some people interpret how it's laid out, with the passages that run up and down the back of all the wards, and how the wards are laid out. The Channel Islands as a whole, the group of the Channel Islands and the bailiwick of Guernsey, I suppose essential to the Germans as part of the Atlantic Wall. The amount of troops that were required to defend the islands was enormous, so if Britain would have said they were going to defend it, it would have taken up a lot of soldiers to defend it. But as the Germans had it as part of a submarine refuelling station for the U-boats going out into the Atlantic to intercept any convoys, it was a more strategic point. They wouldn't have had to go around the top of Scotland or try to negotiate through the English Channel. They got the submarine base here, and they would have been able to get out into the Atlantic a lot easier. The community that was left, the people that didn't evacuate, very close. As you would have referred to a doctor in the past, they would have called him Dr. So-and-so, Dr. Jones, or whatever they would refer to as first names, and people stuck together. There were lots of different rules and regulations laid down by the Germans, as you can see from all the notices around the museums that we visit. The worst time, obviously, after the Normandy landings, when no food could come into the island at all. Very tough times for the locals as well as the Germans. Obviously uncomfortable times, wouldn't want to live through that. After the war, a lot of these bunkers were just covered over. They were very well built, and they didn't want to be seen. They were covered over with earth, and as you drive around the island, you'll see that a lot of the earth is washed away over time. So everything was just left. There's still talk of finding guns and ammunition in bunkers today. You know, even last year they excavate things, bunkers, and find helmets and such like in there. So yeah, there's a lot of authentic stuff still on the island.